Alright, can everyone hear me? Hopefully this new headset works. So anyhow, even though it's been 2 months, I didn't change that much on the tier list, except you can see here. Let me see if I can get this working properly. We have a shiny new tier for Gungnir, undisputed ruler of Hyrule. You are tier, basically. And for anyone that thinks it's a weird tier, I've explained to people the Japanese use that term to use UR to describe like ultra rare and like when you're collecting things in their games. So yeah, admittedly, I'm kind of a weeb, so that's why I included that. Oh, question, who is Rudori? Okay, so I have a, let me see, I know I posted what the changes were, so I'm just gonna jump to that so that you can all read it. Right, I actually did add a number of videos this update too, because of the work people have been putting in. So here, yeah, I have the set of Gungnir versus Earth. To be honest, I don't even know if that's necessarily. I mean, even though Earth is a top player, I mean, I could argue like he made some kind of questionable mistakes, but I mean, still, I mean, it wasn't the only match Gungnir had that demonstrates that he's competitively extremely consistent.
3, 2, 1.
Anyhow, like, Verbanubis commented that Pitt didn't go to edgeguard Gungnir enough, but at the same time, like, you can see when Gungnir is like just waiting for people to roll in, like he's extremely aware of that specific positioning where he can actually wait for that, and it's actually different in every matchup to like cover something like the space where someone can roll in to cross over Ganon. It seems like a small thing, but you need different knowledge for every matchup for that kind of thing. Oh, and question as to joining the tier list. As I say, Ganon back air is broken, by the way. He just like full hop, fast fall back air and it killed. And sure, I'll comment on the other S tier positions soon after I decide I'm done watching Gungnir here and commenting on his set. Yeah, I'm not sure why Earth DI'd that in, to be honest, but we take those. Yeah, that's something I actually do quite a bit myself, where when you're near the ledge and you're worried someone's gonna grab you, you kind of just fade away down air, which is safe because you don't get the landing lag, and then you can also then jump on stage with any auto canceled aerial. Yeah, I don't intend this to take extremely long given the update itself isn't huge. A very well executed Tipman edge guard, obviously. I actually don't know if Gungnir SDI'd that, but it looked like it, maybe. Yeah, see that's why Earth is actually a good player, because like he actually had the conditioning there. It was pretty obvious that Gungnir was recovering a certain way, and he caught on to that and whiff punished him. So I mean, even though Verm has a valid point that Earth might not have been totally seasoned in the matchup, I mean, he's still clearly Still clearly a really competent player, and that's another example of like how do you even know that that's the spacing he's going to roll in, but like Gungnir's ready for that. Oh, another reason why Ganon back here is broken. And frankly, I'm actually surprised this conditioning even worked. I mean, I mean, Earth was clearly trying to disrespect Gungnir's landing with up smash, and I guess he did that one too many times, and Gungnir went for the most basic aerial flame choke bait ever. But I mean, I still have to give credit to Gungnir for actually seeing that conditioning even happened. So even if this is not like, even if you could argue like the matchup knowledge in this set is somewhat sketchy, I mean, you can still see there's top level conditioning going on. People really paying attention to habits and changing it up quickly. Yeah, so that's how Gungnir beat one of the top players in the world, I guess. Um, so let's see. I did add one person to A tier, and you probably haven't heard of Dr. Dorf. I actually didn't know who he was either, but I think, he does have videos posted in this thread, so I think they're on this page. Or not. Maybe they're on the next page. Supposedly, Adom said he'll actually be able to meet Dr. Dorf in an upcoming tournament pretty soon, so that'll be nice. But yeah, I actually didn't know who this guy was until Shin posted videos of him in this thread, and frankly, he impressed me enough that yeah, I think he's actually pretty good.
J'ai perdu le troisième. Roy contre Ganon. Ouais. Alors là, on est vraiment sur un neutral qui se cherche de toute façon. Hein.
So like clearly, the opponent he has is pretty darn competent, but I'll spoil that he actually does win this set. So let's see what else happens. Nice sour dash attack to up air. Very, very well placed neutral air edge guard. I did really like that retreating nair to cover Roy's landing options. The up smash was the right idea, just timed a little too early. Oh, Ganon backer is broken. I almost forgot. Um, but before that even happened, like you could see that he was trying to actually anticipate and cover certain aggressive movements with very specifically placed retreat aerials, and like he didn't, and like he wasn't just simply autopiloting like I don't know uppers where he wasn't like just autopiloting uppers right above him. Like he was also like retreating to make sure like he didn't get crossed over. I feel like that kind of thing is really important to observe in higher level Ganons, where when you're trying to take advantage of someone when they're in a bad position, um, you especially want to make sure they don't just get to cross you over. I'm honestly not sure why that tomahawk worked, but hey, he got it. Oh, and hey, that was a good perfect shield F tilt. Um, one thing people don't realize is when you're going for something like perfect shield F tilt, you can option select it so that it's not a to lower your commitment on it. And what I mean by option select is when you input a shield, you're if you don't perfect shield, you're forced to sit in shield for a certain amount of time, and you can buffer something like an F tilt during that time period, so that if you do perfect shield, the F tilt comes out, but if you don't perfect shield, you're just stuck in shield and no attack comes out. I don't think that was the only time that happens, but I do believe he is actually I do believe he is actually option selecting those F tilts. I could be wrong, but in my opinion, you kind of have no reason not to if you're aiming to go for a perfect shield in neutral. And we have a legitimate question. How do you make a first draft of community player tier list? Well, I don't know if this will work for everyone, but this is what I actually did. So I contacted like I contacted like like there were like I think 8 other people who I felt like were involved in the community that I kind of set my own first draft of my knowledge of which players I wanted to add to the tier list and where they would be placed, and then when I sent them that first draft, uh, um, I just made sure that they were okay with it before like posting it publicly. So that's actually how I did it, and even though I generally make all the decisions for the tier list myself, like I do think it is important to get feedback from a few other people that are really involved. And then I know someone else asked. Since we're waiting, I mean, you can still watch this set, but I'll answer another question, I guess, while we're at it. Uh, what do I think about the other S tiers, like Raycom, Kosk, and Verm? At the moment, I actually just don't have a lot of information for Raycom. Since these past 2 months, so frankly, even though I know he's still playing Ganon in tournament, I just don't know. I I don't think he's actually done a lot of note that I can really comment on lately. So I have Verminubis as second place on the tier list, and I actually did add one of his videos to reflect that. It was against Pow, a Pac-Man, and I could show that set next maybe, because I do think it's an extremely good example of top level play and people really knowing the matchup. Um, and Koskinator similarly, I I kind of want to say I haven't seen quite as much from him in bracket, even though he did want me to show a set of him against Exodia, which I'll probably get to a little later. So, I don't know. I don't know if we could probably just move on, honestly, since there's other stuff I should cover before this video gets too long. Let's see. Um, let's see. Right, I did actually add Lord Bahamut to the tier list. I figured, especially since people really liked his set versus final boss, that well, he needed to get on at some point. I have him B tier because, well, we can go over this set and I'll explain what problems I think I actually had with it. I feel like he's kind of just throwing out too many moves for starters. He wasn't even in range for that dash attack to hit, and he still went for it. Then, like, he tried to land with shield, but instead got an air dodge, and yeah. So, like, overall, I actually think his gameplay is kind of sloppy, to be honest. He kind of he does kind of overcommit to stuff. That was a pretty good nair to beat the dash attack. I'm pretty surprised Final Boss didn't punish that ledge roll on reaction with up B. That was actually a very good whiz kick read. And frankly, that F smash really shouldn't have hit, but whatever. But I mean, clearly he's not a bad Ganon. Like that the whiz kick read there was very well earned. Like it was well conditioned, and like he clearly knows how to play Ganon. Just other times I feel like he's just overcommitting, sometimes for no reason, and he did kind of luck out that game. And I probably should cut it. I probably should cut it here, to be honest, because um, I almost forgot. I really wanted to quickly go over something that triggered me about Love Expert and the video he gave me. So and why he's I'm not why I'm considering maybe demoting him or just not moving him at all. Let's see. So right here's the thing he gave me. So yeah, so I think there's just one specific thing from this video I want to show that really triggered me, and I'll pause it when it happens. Okay. You saw that. You saw that, right? There, he perfect shielded. He perfect shielded a back air, and he didn't option select forward tilt it. I'm so mad that like he committed to shielding anyway. If he was gonna do that, he could have option selected the forward tilt anyway at pretty much no loss. Yeah, that I was really mad he didn't do that. Seriously. So so yeah, hopefully you learn from this that option option select perfect shielding is actually pretty good for Ganon. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that specific moment of Love Expert's match. I'm so mad. I'm so mad you didn't option select forward tilt there. And like I I think the Ike matchup especially, like it's one of those matchups where it's really obvious how useful that is, because like spacing can be very linear at times, and like if you F tilt him at a moderate high percent, like he's dead. I mean, probably not at that percent, but still, that was a free forward tilt there. And he committed to the shield anyway, so like, what was he doing? Like, just forward airing there. Like, I'm very very mad that about that. Yeah. Okay. I I I'm tr- I'm tr- So, spoilers is that Koskinator actually loses this set, but keeping in mind Exodia is like, what is he? He's near the top of the PR on Alberta. He he's definitely a really good player, and I think this video will prove that much at least. I don't know how many Zero Suits Kosk has actually played. So, on the one hand, I feel like some of the stuff he's doing in this matchup is a little strange because like, yeah, as I said, I'm not sure how many Zero Suits he's actually played. Uh, but I don't think his gameplay is bad right now. Um, he's holding up decently against Exodia, who, as I said, he's a very high ranked, power ranked player in Alberta. And there, Coast takes it. But as I said, he does lose the set. But let's see. What are people saying? Yeah, yeah, Coast probably shouldn't have gone to Dreamland. I agree. That was a pretty that was a pretty good fading back air, to be honest. Let's see. Was there anything else that I was gonna cover? Yeah, I guess I added TB Van, Crusticus, and Suji as well. Both of them have videos on this thread. Suji, for the large part, yeah, I don't think Suji has any videos, so a lot of how he was ranked, honestly, was me playing him. And well, especially since he doesn't have videos, it's like, um, he can tell me all he like that he might have done well against some known player, but if I didn't see it, I can't comment on it. So I feel like videos are really important for the tier list because it gives not just me but everyone proof that on how you're ranked, basically. As I've told a few other people, like, you can tell me you beat some X known player, but if I don't know who that player is, then it means nothing to me. And similarly, like Ganon the Beast, like he was ranked. There was a time when he was number 1 on the Minnesota PR, and everyone's first response, including mine, was, "Oh, how free is that region?" So I'm not going to show any of his videos now, but point is, Ganon the Beast actually has a lot of tournament videos, and I ranked him S tier because I decided um, um, that ignoring any jokes about how free his region is, Ganon the Beast demonstrates remarkable competitive consistency. And, well, right now, like, I don't think he's number 1. I forget if he's like 5 or 6 on Minnesota, because now his region's actually really hard for Ganon to do well in, with Shioevi and I think Scorpio, and, well, his region now knows the matchup, I think. So yeah, the fact he's still doing pretty respectably well. Yeah, I mean, so you can laugh that he's a PR'd Ganon, but um, his his videos don't lie. So yeah, videos, as I've said, are very important for the tier list. So I think I'm gonna cut the stream right around here, but I appreciate everyone who came by. I'll look over I'll look over some stuff off stream as well, and I'm gonna remind everyone that the next update, it the second Saturday of July, it normally would have been the 8th, but that's just before Evo. So I didn't like that, especially if maybe some Ganon, probably not me, went to Evo and got incredibly good results there. So thus, the next update would be on the 29th to accommodate for that. So I'm sorry if I didn't look at your video today because I'm actually trying to just keep this relatively short on stream, but I appreciate you guys coming along, and remember that assuming I don't procrastinate, and I was legitimately sick before the scheduled tier list update. Assuming I don't procrastinate, yeah, I'll be aiming for the 29th of July. So yeah.